last time she was here and the last time she joined us in studio, we chatted about her pageantry journey the last time that she was here, which was last year, if I'm not mistaken. Since then, Hope van der Westhuizen has been busy. She's been very, very busy. So much so that she successfully garnered herself to be placed into the national competition. She's a national finalist for Miss Akasia South Africa. Ladies and gentlemen, Hope van der Westhuizen. Such a lovely surname. Van der Westhuizen. So many R's in that surname. Good afternoon to you. Thank you for your time. Thank you for being back in studio. I know the last time we spoke was last year, isn't it?
Yeah, it was last year.
When you were with us in studio. Last year, we spoke about your...
Western Province.
Yes, it was that one. Today we're speaking about a different pageantry competition, but this one that I suppose carries a bit more weight to it.
Yes.
In many regards. Now, obviously, you've been busy since we had you in last year, and I thought, you know what, this is such a fitting moment and a fitting opportunity, given Miss South Africa that got crowned last weekend, right, which was amazing. Just so, by the way, when because obviously you're part of pageantry and you've been doing this for a long time. When you look at those things, when you look at Miss South Africa and all of these other national pageantries taking place that gets televised, do you ever think to yourself, maybe there's an opportunity that Hope is also going to be gracing that stage or those platforms on there?
Definitely, yes.
Yeah. Okay, so you've been busy. Since the last time that you spoke, what have you been up to? I know you're studying as well. Talk to me about that. You're studying, and then just talk to me about your pageantry journey, and also the fact that you got into the national finalist.
Okay, so good afternoon, Cliff. Thank you for having me here today. Good afternoon to the listeners, everyone that's watching on the live. So my name is Hope van der Westhuizen. I am 20 years old. I am currently studying my bachelor's degree in education, foundation phase. And I am a pageant model, so I've been busy with pageants. Last year, as you said, I was busy with Western Province, so I was a finalist last year in Miss Western Province. This year, I moved on to something bigger, and I decided to enter the Miss Akasia South Africa competition, which will definitely open doors for me. So I am currently a national finalist.
Yeah.
Last Saturday, I made it into the top 3. So
Wow.
from 15 girls,
Sure.
they chose me as
Come
one of the
on.
top 3.
Wow, well
Yes.
done.
Thank you so much.
How did it feel? I mean, obviously because, bro, like national vibes here.
Yeah, it felt amazing because, like I said, it's 15 girls, and being chosen as one of the top 3 felt absolutely amazing. So from here, we are going to work hard, super hard, because this is my journey where I'll be going to Joburg for the first time.
Wow.
So, yeah,
Congrats on that, eh?
thank you so much.
Are you excited?
I am very, very, very excited. So I was crowned. So that's what I'm currently busy with.
Yeah.
I am currently in Miss Akasia South Africa national finalist.
Did you think that you'd have made it into the top 3? I mean, given all of given the 15, right? Or the 14, because you're the 15. So given the 14 goals, you're looking at them and you're like, yo, my yellow is most fantastic. Yellow is mooi, and you walk so well and you do this and that. And in your mind, did you think, I'm not placing in the top 3 at all? Or was that confidence always there?
To be honest, like, let me take it back to Miss South Africa. The diversity. So when Mia was crowned, that opened up a new platform perspective, because your typical Miss South Africa would be beautiful bikini body. It would just be this whole,
Okay.
But for Mia to be crowned and for her to be deaf, that opened up something totally new.
Yeah.
So for me, I would definitely not have thought that I would make it, because, like I said, you would think that they would choose a bikini body girl. They would choose a tall girl. They would choose a, and. But for me to be chosen as one of the top 3, I wouldn't have, I didn't think that I would make it into the top 3. So that was definitely something amazing for me. I didn't think I would make it. But I did.
Nice. Oh, that's fantastic. Now, obviously, we're also celebrating Women's Month, and that is an important aspect as to what we're doing here. And speaking about that, I also know that besides pageantry, which obviously you're very busy with and you're working towards, you say that you're studying and you're working as well.
Yes.
So you're juggling all of these things. How are you juggling and managing all of this? Because, I mean, surely, yes, you're passionate about teaching and all of these things, but then there's also the passion of pageantry, which I suppose you always have to find a method to balance all of this. How do you do that?
So, Cliff, it is very, very difficult because I am studying full time, but I'm studying online, but it is full time. I'm studying teaching, like I said. I do work as well. I work at the school. I work every day. And then comes pageantry. So it is quite a handful.
Yeah.
But I make time. I make it work. And I am passionate about teaching. Therefore, I always bring pageantry into whatever I'm doing. So when I'm at school, I would like encourage girls to, enter. I would encourage them to, there's more to life than what's around you. So I would always encourage them, don't you want to go into modeling? Don't you want to go into pageantry? Come speak to me. So I am very passionate about teaching pageantry and learners, children, and making a difference.
Yeah.
So, I juggle.
So if you go to Joburg, right? Wait, so the top three is definitely going to Joburg.
They are yes, we're definitely going to
Okay.
Joburg.
And then when you go into Joburg, you competing to be top number one, I suppose.
Yes.
Or what?
I forgot to mention. So Miss Akasia is a huge platform. So we are in the Western Cape. Then there's Free State, there's Mpumalanga, there's Limpopo. So yeah, that's
So it's the top
from
three
each.
in each province.
Yes, it's
Okay, and then I suppose then they're gonna choose the top three out of everybody.
They're gonna choose a regional queen. So the queen would then be one of the from one of
Yes.
the provinces, and then there's gonna be two. I think it's an ambassador, and then it's gonna be someone else. But it's very big. The competition is very tight because we are not just in the Western Cape. We are.
This is country. This is literally national competition.
National, yeah.
That's amazing. Oh wow. Okay. Also, would it be your first time traveling and being in the plane or what?
Yes.
Nice.
Yes, my first time.
Beautiful experience.
First time. And I am super scared, but I am also super excited.
Just don't watch those movies, man, and those video.
Yeah.
It's weird how people do this thing. Like, if you know that you are gonna go fly or you're gonna do something, don't watch movies that has got to do with the bad things happening, right? It just doesn't make sense. I remember when I traveled for the first time in a plane. It was the most amazing experience. Oh, the takeoff, the takeoff was top notch. And then you realize, maar hierdie ding is eintlik baie vinnig op die vloer terwyl jy ry. And so, look, it's going to be a great experience for you. But, despite all of this, and I know that it's great opportunities and you are doing pageantry, you're going to Joburg, you're studying, you're working, you are motivating other young girls as well. And so, despite all of these things happening, I'm also aware of the fact that your circumstances weren't as easy and straightforward. You never grew up with a golden spoon in your mouth.
Yes, definitely. So I grew up with my mother because she went through a divorce. So she was a single parent. So it was very difficult. So that motivated me to work hard.
Yeah.
And like I always say, your circumstances does not determine your future or wherever you want to go. So yeah, I didn't always have it easy. Like even now as well, I am working hard.
Yeah.
I'm definitely working hard because I didn't grow up with a golden spoon in my mouth. So working hard will always be my goal. Yeah.
What are some of those things, though, that, you sit back and you're like, that was a tough one. And if it wasn't for that, I don't think I would have been here today. Like that moment where you feel like if I gave in, that moment or that time in my life would have taken me out completely.
So I think it's everything in general.
Okay.
Like just because there are certain things that I went through that I don't think is the right time now to share because I feel like when I reach the point where I want to be, I think my testimony will just change lives.
Okay.
So I hold on to that for now, but it's been a lot. It's been a lot. But I always tell myself that God will not allow me to go through certain things in certain points of my life for nothing. So I hold on to that because he does say that weeping may endure for the night, but joy does come in the morning. So there, I hold on to that.
Absolutely. Listen, when we get back, we'll chat a bit more, and we'll definitely be chatting about some more as to what's happening and where you're at, and also then just what's the goal and where you're going from here. So that conversation comes up in just a moment. Stay tuned. But for now, I'm going to give you some gospel jazz. Amina with I Won't Go Back. Local is lekker, and it's very, very lekker. And so is Amina.
Now that I'm here where I
Okay, Amina, I see you 2:45 at the moment. A couple of minutes before we do what we got to do, the way we got to do it, before I say my goodbyes to you. In studio, I've got Hope van der Westhuizen. She is the national finalist for Miss Akasia South Africa, and more so for the Western Cape. Then she's going to represent the Western Cape on a national platform in Johannesburg. What a brilliant opportunity and platform this is. Before the break, Hope was speaking about where she's at and how big of an opportunity this is for her. But then I'm curious to know through all of this. Now, early on in the show, I was speaking about how so many young people are dying. I was speaking about the deaths taking place, and it's sad. It's ridiculous. It's a crisis at the moment, if you ask me. Schools are just violence are just is another level, and scholars are passing away, and there's just so much happening. And so, with all of that said, Hope, what are you trying to achieve in all of this? I mean, you're a teacher, you are a model because you do pageantry as well, and so through the pageantry, what exactly are you hoping to achieve here?
So, Cliff, like you said, there's many young people that's dying,
Yeah.
and it's not a nice thing to witness and to hear about every day on the news. So my mission is to just be an example, just to set something, because I feel like in today's world, the youth, they are lost. They are totally lost. They don't have direction. They don't have someone to motivate them, to assist them. So I feel like if I, as a young person, can just create a persona, or I don't know the correct word, but just to be that someone for someone, then I think that would be my main mission.
Yeah.
To be an example, to be someone that someone can look up to. So I think, yeah, I want my story, my testimony to be an encouragement to a girl
Yeah.
that feels like there's no hope, that feels like she wants to give up. So I feel like if she can come across my journey, or my profile, or my journey, like I said, I feel like that would be a mission or a goal for me.
Okay. I hear that. So, you come from Kraaifontein,
Culture.
Kales River. I was
River.
confused between the two. It's so weird. So you're from Kales River, but now specifically the community that you live in. What type of is the community very supportive? Is it are there lots of temptations even for you as a young person to indulge in certain acts and things? And then obviously, is that something where you feel like coming from this particular community in Kales River shows me how I need to do better, not just for me, but like you've said, for other girls also to come across these things.
So definitely, yes, I stay in Sarepta.
Okay.
But what I do for Kalkfontein and Sarepta, because there is a lot of crime, violence, children that's on the street, that doesn't go to school. So I think that for me to see that, I think that's a huge motivation, if I can put it that way. It's,
Yeah.
it's motivating me to want to work hard, because I don't want to be there. I don't want to, you know what I mean? So I think that my community really needs, like, for me to sit here today, coming from Sarepta, I think that's a huge accomplishment, because you don't really hear people from Sarepta is on the radio or they're on TV. So I feel like that's something that people in my community can look up to. And I think that Sarepta needs to be put on the map. And I think therefore the people, the children, the youth from Sarepta, they don't have to feel like it's the circumstances that's going to keep them there, because I am living proof
100.
that it's not your circumstances, because you don't have to stay there.
100. I
So,
love
yeah.
that. I love that. That is brilliant. And then also, just as we're coming to a close this afternoon, any last words coming from you? Then also, where people can find you if they need to check you out on social media, follow your journey as well, of course. How do they do that?
So they can find me on Facebook. I'm Hope van der Westhuizen on my Facebook. I don't really go on TikTok, so my Facebook is my platform. So if you search me on Facebook, you'll see my journey from where I started.
Yeah.
You can follow me on Facebook, Hope van der Westhuizen. And any last words is mainly for the youth. So I would like to encourage the youth. You are more than what you put your mind to. So whatever your circumstances are, you're not gonna stay there. So I want to encourage them with a scripture. God says, I know the plans I have for you, plans to prosper you and not to harm you, plans to give you hope and a better future. So I think that's what I want to leave them with.
Awesome. Thank you so much for that encouragement. Listen, you're doing amazing work, okay?
Thank you.
And you are going places. I think last year when we had you in studio, it was great that you were the Miss Western Province. That was fantastic. But now the Lord has elevated you and given you a bigger platform to do
Yes.
more and to create some massive change. Not just within your area and your community, but across the country and more so within the city of the Western Cape as well. So you've got a massive responsibility on your hands. Don't take it lightly. It's a huge responsibility. Maybe you don't see the full scale of it now, but one thing I can tell you is that it is a massive responsibility that you are stepping into and that you are accepting upon yourself. And so with that responsibility, with the power, with the opportunities and the platforms that gets bigger and bigger that you're going to be receiving, don't forget. And I share this with you because I've come across a lot of people in my day that has forgotten this thing. That when it's going good and when everything is going well with you, don't forget those that were there for you when you had nothing and when you just started out.
Definitely.
We have to honor those that were still there for us when we had nothing. So do not forget that. And so I'm very excited for your journey. I'm excited to hear when you come back from Joburg. We'll do maybe a catch up when you get back.
Yes, definitely.
To find out how that has gone. But for now, have a lekker weekend. All the best for the national finalist.
Thank you. Can
Come
I
on.
shout out? Can I do a shout out?
I mean, go for it, man. You don't even have to ask. Jump. Yeah.
I would like to shout out to my mother.
Yes.
She's been supportive. She's been supporting me throughout my whole journey.
Nice.
She's just supporting me all the way. And then my best friend Alicia, she is also supporting me 100% whatever I do. I just like to shout out to her. And then my coach, Coach Shane. Yeah, those are the three people that has been very supportive throughout my journey and that has been supporting me thus far. So yeah, thank you.
Awesome. Nadia Tracy Hope on Facebook saying, strong for the road ahead, dear. So blessings
Thank you.
to you.
Thank you.
Thanks so much, all of your WhatsApps coming in. Love you.